Last one, change your circle of influence. Now, in the past, I used to say, your circle of friends. Because there's a saying that says you become the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. By that, they've done studies on this, right? So if your best friend, if the 5 people, the average of them, if they didn't go to college, chances are you didn't go to college. If they average about $50,000 a year, you're going to make roughly $50,000 a year. If they've been divorced, chances are you're heading towards a divorce. They've actually studied that. So you're the average of your 5 closest friends. Now, so obesity, I'm going to tell you, obesity, and not everyone's going to like this, but it's true. Obesity is primarily, everyone say primarily, environmental. Environment. It is, I don't care what your fucking genetics are, what medical issues you have, what you have no thyroid, you have a slow metabolism, your dad is abusive, your mom stresses you out, your grandmother forced pie in your mouth. I don't care what it is. If the food is not there, we would not be obese. Give me an amen on that. It does not matter how slow your metabolism is. If you were in a refugee camp like Dr. V was when I was little, if I was in a refugee camp for 6 months, we were all skinny because there was no food. Okay? That's true in nature. That is true in all of God's great green earth and creatures. We are not special. If there's no food, we wouldn't be obese. And as I've said before, why we make the food choices we make, that's a different issue. But the only cause to obesity is food. Don't ever forget that. The only cause of obesity is food. Now, once you eat it, what your body does with it, that's a different conversation. But you still put that fucking food in your mouth. You still chose that jelly donut. You still chose to snack at night. You still chose to eat, more cheese on top. Right? You still make these choices. And even if you have made good choices, Dr. Vuong, I have a lot of money. I can eat whatever I want. Yeah, but you still eating too much of good stuff will still get you fat. Too much of good foods will still get you fat, right? You have to figure out what your body needs. So obesity is a primarily environmental issue. So much so, we have a term called an obesogenic environment. That's what we live in now. Okay? We have an obesogenic environment. That means our environment is making us obese. It's taking our genes and triggering and turning on all those fat genes and turning off all of those high metabolism genes. Our environment is creating this. From the foods we eat, the chemicals that are in the foods, the chemicals that are pesticides that are sprayed, we eat too much of it, too much meat, too much processed foods. And they're too easy. They're everywhere. There's a vending machine in every corner of your office building. There are snack foods everywhere, every aisle. Grocery stores don't even close anymore. Taco Bell's open all night. That's all an obesogenic environment, all right? So stop arguing with me about this. It's food. You're obese because of food, all right? So now to do that, you got to change your circle of influence. Now, chances are, if you're obese, you're not the only obese person in your circle of influence. Yes, you might be the biggest. Yes, I know there's one skinny bitch in your circle. I know there's that one dude, your son can eat whatever he wants, and he's still skinny. For now. Eventually they'll gain weight. Dude, I was a toothpick for the longest time. I am now starting to gain weight, and I have to be conscientious of what I eat now. Right? The skinny Asian has to be conscientious. It doesn't help me to sit there and go, well, I used to could eat anything I want, and I never gained weight, but now I got this pot belly, and I'm just going to keep eating the way I've always eaten. No, you have to do a feedback. All right. Now, what's this have to do with you? So your circle of influence. So your circle of friends and family will change. You're the average of the 5 people. So you're going to this will change like where you eat. how much you eat, how often you eat. We've all been to a restaurant and we see that obese family sitting around a table eating ginormous plates of food, eating 2 or 3 appetizers, eating a lot of main courses, all eating desserts. They're always asking for extra chips at a Mexican restaurant. They have baskets of chips piled up high, and they're all drinking sodas. We've all seen that family. Now, your family, your case might not be that extreme, or you might be like, Dr. Vuong was at dinner with us the other night. Dr. Vuong's been to dinner with us. But my point is, all of this has to change. Where you eat, how often you eat, how much you eat, what you eat, who you eat with, that all has to change. You have to change your circle of influence, all right? So then this means you have to change who you take advice from. Where are you getting your advice? You understand that when your mother says, well, you know, we've always been big boned. That's advice. That's subconscious advice, right? When your grandmother says, well, baby, if you just put a little extra butter here between the sheets of pastry, it really makes it nice and moist and gets the nice brown coating. Like, grandma, that's advice. You're taking cooking advice from your grandmother, who's like cute, but she's overweight. She's diabetic. She's fucking Paula Deen in a different outfit, right? So this means who you're taking advice from. Who are you listening to? Who's got their bug in your ear? Hey, let's go to the all-you-can-eat buffet. Hey, you've earned it. Hey, it's been such a hard week. Let's go here. You deserve it. You've been so good for so long on this diet. Listen, after you've had your weight loss surgery, you must change your circle of influence. Okay? Now, why is it a circle of influence? Because now you have a circle of influence online. Dude, online. And not just your friends and family. Sometimes it's total strangers. Most of you guys, unless you're one of my patients, you're a stranger to me. Unless you came to a conference and hugged me or messaged me, or you're in my Sleeve Academy, or you're in my network marketing team. Like, you're a stranger to me. I don't know you. But yet sometimes people will post shit or make a comment on my post, and it upsets me. They'll say something mean. They'll make assumptions, about me. And it bugs me. And I sit there and go, why the fuck am I letting this bug me? I don't even know this person. And this person's probably obese. And they're on my Facebook page asking me for advice. Why am I even bothered by their comment, right? That's what I mean by this circle of influence. We have online influences now, which takes you back to your schedule. What are you doing with your time? Why are we spending so much time giving all our power away to these faceless people on the internet? And it doesn't matter if it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. Now you have a new thing called TikTok. I have to start fucking doing TikTok now, right? But Dr. Vuong, you do it? You're on social media all the time? Well, yeah. But the difference is, for me, social media is work. Social media is my business. It's my platform. It's how I reach you guys. It's influence. So, on that note, I would say, you need more DRV content. I mean, if you like me, you might not like me. That's okay. You might not like what I have to say. But why wouldn't you have one of my videos going all the time? Why wouldn't you go to my YouTube channel? So my Dr. V YouTube has 400. You should go look at it now. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. 400 free videos. I'll edit this video down and put it on YouTube. And you can just be doing whatever you're doing. Vacuuming, cooking, cleaning. Have your earbuds in and your YouTube channel going on your phone. That's why you need high-speed internet. That's what I did. That's how I did all that stuff during my schedule. I would listen to self-help videos while I was in the hospital, between patients, between surgeries, driving to and from the hospital. I would listen to self-help videos during lunchtime, when I had time to eat. I would listen to self-help videos on, early in the morning, late at night. It's what I did at night before I went to bed. That's how I learned to do these Facebook Lives, and that's how I learned about Periscope. It's how I learned how to edit my videos, I changed my circle of influence, I have these thought leaders that I listen to. I made friends with a lot of bariatric surgeons all over the world on Facebook. They became my circle of influence. Not my colleagues, not the other people in the hospital, right? I'm always looking to up level. So that's going to be the next thing I'm going to tell you. Now, some people don't like this. Some people are like, dude, that Dr. Vuong, he just wants me to get rid of my family. Yeah, I do, if they're dragging you down. So up level your circle. Okay? And I've done videos on this about how you up level your circle, right? How you reach out, how you give value. People will message me on Facebook, a private message this long, and get mad when I don't respond. I'm like, dude, you're a total stranger. I don't know you. Why would I respond to you? I don't know your background. I know you're leaving shit out. The way you up-level your circle is you provide value to the person you're trying to reach. You offer to volunteer. You offer to run one of my Facebook pages or groups, to administer it for me, to help me out. You offer to help me sell tickets to Velocity, or offer to bring people or become a champion to your city so you can bring a Dr. V symposium there. That's how you get people of influence into your life. Does that make sense what I'm saying? And I only tell you, remember what I promised to you guys is I only tell you to do what I've done. And this is how I got my mentors. When I was down low, when I was flat broke, when I had lost everything in Hurricane Ike, when I was starting over, man, I reached out to people that I respected, and I said, how can I help you? How can I serve you? How can I be around you? Right? And then I showed up. They said, well, come to my conference, and it would be a huge price tag on it. Not $97, $99 like what you guys for a weekend in Vegas with me. I had to pay thousands of dollars. And I'd get there and I'd show up with a smile on my face. How can I help? Clean up trash, pick up trash, help people, pass off the food, make sure people had drinks, Like I was just a nice, decent human. That's what you have to do. And then they all mentored me. They all became my really good friends. That's what you have to do. All right? So you got to up-level your circle. You got to bring value. Now here's the last point, and I'll leave you with this. When you're changing your circle of influence, ask yourself this question. Would I change my life for theirs? Would I switch places with them? And if the answer is no, do not take their advice. I'll say that one more time. Ask yourself, would I change my life for their life? And if the answer is no, do not take their advice. If you've got a fat aunt who's trying to give you dieting advice, you look at her and say, would I change my life for her life? If the answer is no, don't follow it. Right? If you think somebody's successful, but he or she is out there cheating on their spouse and they're trying to give you marriage advice, and you don't want a new marriage, you don't want to be cheating on your spouse, do not take their advice. It's a very simple rule, but it's really helped me, and it clears my mind from all the chatter, all the talk, and I love the doctors who work in the hospitals, doctors and nurses, but I'm going to tell you, most of them are living paycheck to paycheck. Most of them are stressed out, really stressed out, like don't have time, you have 7 minutes to see your primary care doctor, they have big bags under their eyes, they have a short fuse, they blow up all the time, they don't look like they're very happy, they look like they barely sleep, they don't really get to do things they want to do, they don't get to go on vacations. Most nurses have to work 2 jobs in order to pay all their bills. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people think nurses make a lot of money. They do, because they work 2 jobs. And so I said to myself, dude, I wouldn't change my life for their life. So if I wouldn't change my life for their life, I'm not really going to take their advice. I don't like what I see in that profession, so I'm not going to take their advice. Which meant, well, who do I take my advice from? So I had to go seeking. I had to go find new mentors. I had to find a new circle of influence, new people to hang out with. I had to find new information, different information, right? Does that make sense? That's what I had to do to change my life. That's what you have to do. You must do that in order to change your life after weight loss surgery. Otherwise, you're at too high of a risk, weight regain, unhappy life, and I do not want that for you. I love you guys very much. I'll see you next time at the next Real Talk. Hi, Dr. Vuong here. If you loved that video, I hope you will check out velocity2020.com. I want to meet you in person. This is my big annual conference in Vegas. It's amazing. It's not just about weight loss surgery, but it's about taking your life up to the next level. You're going to meet the best people, the best speakers, the best audience possible. You're going to really take your life up to the next level. 2020 is all about vision, clarity, and focus. We're going to show you how to find your vision, what you really want to do with your life, get crystal clear, clarity, and then find your laser focus to do what you need to do to have the amazing life that you deserve. Hope to see you there. Till I get to you.